Did I work hard to buy us this $100,000 Bentley truck? No, I cheated like the rich do, but unlike them, I'm gonna explain all of the cheat codes I used to get it in this video. Not just the basics, like how I built my credit to the point where the bank wants to give me a car like this. Some wild stuff, like how I allegedly got a 5K discount on this car from a prison fight. Or like how this car can not only pay for itself on Turo, but triple its money being rented out less than 10 days a month. I swear to God, just let me explain, watch the whole video, come back later if you need to. And I'm sure you have a lot of questions, so I'm also gonna answer all those, like question number 1, am I actually giving it away? Yes. Question number 2, do you have to pay to enter? No. So let's go. Cheat code number 1, how to get a 10-band discount on a Bentley truck. Location. In LA, a big city, this Bentley chop with low mileage would go for 110,000, but if you drive a bit out from the major city to Arizona, for example, you can get it for 100 piece like I did. And if I drove out even farther to a place like Wyoming, I could have got it for 90. Why? Rich people buy luxury cars, and rich people tend to congregate in big cities, and rich people are busy, so they don't want to drive that far. So if you have your Bentley in Wyoming, you have to sell it for a lower price to get people to want to drive there. Cheat code number 2, wait, let's hit the ground running. Cheat code number 1, part 2, flipping. If I didn't have to give this Bentley away to inspire you guys to become millionaires, I could have made that 10,000 I saved by flipping it right away in the city where people are willing to pay more for luxury cars. But it's not super easy, so let me explain the keys to flipping successfully, which I've made 20 bands off of personally. Step 1, pre-market. Shut up! Step 1, pre-market. Do not buy what you're going to sell until you already have buyers. And step 2, aggressive, emotional, and logical manipulation, which we'll discuss later in the video.
Question number 1, is this just a scam to sell more courses? Literally no, you can enter for free by simply making $1,000. He did it, he did it, he did it, he did it. I did it in this way, in that way, in that way. Everyone's doing it. And even if I help you make $1,000 and you still don't want to spend less than half of that to join the credit code, you still get entered. I'm not your daddy, I'm not God. I don't think I'm better than you, so even if you hate me, I still want you to get rich, and I still want to reward you chasing wealth.
Cheat code number 2, dealing with dealerships. Only use this if a dealership has scammed you, but unfortunately most of them do. By using these tactics, you can not only save yourself the average 1 to 5,000 every dealership scams on every transaction, you can also get a lot of it back for yourself. I did this with the dealer I got my Panamera from. I thought they scammed me because it had squeaky brakes. Turns out those brakes just squeak. But I went so hard with these tactics that they spent a whole extra $1,000 on completely new brakes. First one being hiring a lawyer. Now it costs $0 to call a lawyer and explain your situation to them. But once you've done that, now you can tell the dealership, I've been talking to such and such law firm. It also helps if that law firm has sued a lot of dealerships in the past. Mention these past lawsuits and the dollar amount that the dealers had to pay. If that tactic doesn't have hot pee-pee running down their leg, then this one will. Cheat code number 3, dealership bullying. Simple fact is, most dealerships are gonna try and screw you over at some point. And in a similar way to where you just talk to the lawyer, you just ask them about what the steps would be to reverse payment in whatever method you paid them. Whether that's a cashier's check of yours, a finance check from the bank. Now this only works best in the first hours to days after the transaction.
Question number 2, why not give out a loan or scholarship instead of a Bentley? To be honest, I'm just not a materialistic person. I was happier on a bus. Does the Bentley drive like a cloud down the road? Yes. Is it beautiful? Yes. Do the seats hug and caress your back like a Tijuana stripper? Yes, this is true, but none of those things really mean that much to me. And hopefully, if you don't just watch my content and you actually take action and get rich, you'll realize that they won't mean that much to you either. But once I bought my Porsche, people started taking my content more seriously because they saw a flashy, expensive item. They believed I had money, and that in turn helped them believe that they could get money. It'll be the same thing with whatever other cars I decide to buy, give away, or destroy. It's just tools to get you to believe. Cheat code number 4, manifestation. I literally manifested this car. It was my wallpaper. I would look at it every day, and now I have it. Now, I didn't manifest and do nothing. I manifested it and worked towards it. But literally believing it and seeing it happen before it actually happened was a huge part of me getting the Bentley truck. Cheat code number 5, write-off. Because I'm giving this car away, it's a write-off on taxes. Meaning, I actually literally got the car for free. In my tax bracket, this car cost me 100 piece. I would have had to pay over 100 piece in taxes. So if I just spent that 100 piece on a Bentley and drove it around for myself, I would still owe 100 piece in taxes. But if I spend that 100 piece and lose it, which I am losing it, I'm giving it away, it's gone, I get to save that 100 piece in taxes. Basically, instead of giving to the government, which I would already have to do, I get to give to you guys who have given so much to me. Also, in general, cars in this weight class are a write-off. That means Bentley trucks, Lambo trucks, Rolls Royce trucks, G-Wagons, aka Benz trucks, they're all tax write-offs. So when you see rich people driving them, know that they're driving them for free. The loophole works because they wrote it into the tax code to help farmers who had those big ass trucks that they were driving their bundles of wheat and naked cows on. Put some clothes on your cow. but rich people found out a way to use it to get free luxury cars. Also, they do this for their houses as well. If you ever see a rich person with a farm, it's because they get to basically have that farmland mansion for free. Because again, the government wants to be nice to farmers because they feed us. So they say, hey farmers, no taxes. But then rich people just take advantage of that. Question number 3. Do you actually have money, Arjack, or are you broke? Yes, I have a fair amount of money, but I do kind of go broke often. I've made 5 figures plus, 6 figures plus, and blown it multiple times. Sometimes on dumb shit, but mostly on bigger, more ambitious business ideas. But that's why I give better business advice than someone like Alex Hormozy or Warren Buffett. They can only teach rich people how to get richer. They can only teach people who are mentally entrepreneurs how to be even better entrepreneurs, which is cool, and it's gonna make them a shit ton of money. But I'm not with them in the high-rise apartment building of financial educational content. I'm here in the back with you, sitting in the fucking dumpster, trying to clean you off. They wanna show you how to make millions and millions. I'm just trying to get you to your first 100,000. And nobody on the fucking planet can do that better than me. And if you think you can, I challenge you to the Skid Row Challenge. Me and any other individual who sells courses, we can both go to Skid Row, start with 0, can't use any previous connections, and the first one to hit 100,000 wins, and the loser dies.
Cheat code number
6.
Aggressive negotiation. I don't just communicate complex concepts in my content. I do it in interpersonal interactions too. The same way I grab your heart and let you know that I fuck with your money chasing ass so much that I will give you an entire Bentley truck, but then bring you down and let you know that if you're not putting in the maximum effort to reach your full potential, that me and all the other credit code members will run plural trains on your crush and or girlfriend. It's a skill. I do it in the dealership too. Bro, I want to buy this car so bad. I'm madly in love with this car, but you need to give me $20,000 off or I'm walking out right away. This car's so look at the leather on it, but you're charging me way too much on this price. Are you trying to rob me? It works. Fun fact, on a different Bentley truck I was negotiating for, I literally jokingly, or not jokingly, threatened to fight a man. And if I won, I'd get $5,000 off the car. Then he said, all right, but it's gotta be a prison fight. I was like, whoa, like, it ain't that serious, bro. Keep the car. I'll risk getting my ass kicked, but I don't risk getting my ass taken, bro. You got it. But negotiating correctly isn't just about being emotionally manipulative. You also have to know the facts. For example, right now, dealers are struggling to move all cars, but especially luxury cars. Why? All the money from COVID has dried up. So a recession is coming. People are spending less, meaning people are buying less cars. On top of that, when recessions happen, people stop spending money on fancy ass useless items like a Bentley truck. They're spending on things they need, not things that they want. Both of these situations combined mean that any dealer who has a luxury car for sale right now is panicking. So sure, you can use all kinds of different emotional manipulation tactics. Disrespect your car salesman's shoes or his mother. Just be prepared for a prison fight. But if you use logical manipulation, if you let them know you know their entire situation, yeah, your dealership's gonna go under in 3 months if you don't sell this car. I think you should give me $20,000 off or hat or take a walk to the fucking welfare building. Last thing to say about negotiation, it's kind of like trash talking in sports. A lot of evil things are gonna be said, but once you're off the court, you shake hands, you say good game. Don't take this shit personal.
Cheat code number
7.
Avoiding dealerships. So I guess it's a reverse cheat code. Car dealers are some of the scummiest people on planet Earth. If you think Punchmade Dev and TJX6 are scammers, then you don't know about car dealers. First scam, financing and APR. If you ever walk into a dealership without your own financing, you're so dumb you don't even have to get scammed. Just give me your bank details and I'll take all your money at this point. You don't deserve money. You're a fool. You might as well throw your money down a trash can or burn it. The reason why is if the dealership controls your financing, they control your APR. Everybody go check the APR on your car loan right now. If it's anything over 8%, you're getting scammed. And a lot of these dealers have their own in-house financing departments, which means if you went to a bank that's separate from the dealership, they probably would give you at most an 8%, maybe a 10% APR. And even if you had the worst credit on the planet, if you had a credit score of 3, yes, 003, they still wouldn't give you higher than a 10% APR because doing so is just scammy and shady. But you go into a dealership, and even if you have an 800 credit score, they're gonna give you a 25% APR. That means on a $50,000 car loan, if nothing else changes, just from an 8% to a 25% APR, you're paying $500 extra per month over an 84-month loan. Now multiply 84 by 500 and see how much money you just lost by allowing a dealership to do your financing. Now your question might be, why do they do this? Well, it's because it's really hard for car dealers to make money. Think about it. Honda doesn't own Honda dealerships. Honda makes all the Hondas, throws them on the dealers and says, figure it out. And everybody's searching for a deal nowadays. So a lot of times these dealers aren't selling the cars for even $200 or $500 more than what they paid for them. They're selling them for $1,000 less. But how they get you is sign up for the helium air in the tires, which is literally almost free. You can get it at Party City, where they're gonna charge you $500 for it.
or sign up for our extended warranty, which is actually a scam and we'll never actually pay you anything, even if your car explodes right as you drive it off the lot. And yeah, while a normal warranty should be $1,000, we're gonna charge you $3,000. But we're not gonna say, hey, here's a $3,000 warranty. We're gonna say it's just an extra $50 a month. Doesn't sound like that much until you multiply it by all those months you're gonna be paying it. Or even worse than those, they tell you, use our in-house financing. We can get you guaranteed financing. No hard credit pull. There's always a hard credit pull. And then they hit you with that huge APR. That extra $500 a month you're paying goes directly into their pocket. So again, how do you avoid this? Get your own financing from a bank. I mentioned the Hellcat process in the last video. That can be applied to half of a Bentley as well. Yes, there are Bentley trucks like this one. Do they have more miles? Yes. Are they in worse color schemes? Yes. But they're on the market for $80,000 or less. You and your girl can both get 40 bands in credit and match on a Bentley. Or you can use some advanced tactics from the credit code that I'm going to teach you for free later in the video. But yeah, that's a big cheat code. Avoiding dealerships, especially anyone that has a big name like Porsche or Honda or Bentley. My same Porsche I paid like 60 for, the dealership would have tried to sell it to me for 80. Your Bentley I paid 100 for, the dealer would have tried to sell it to me for literally double that. It's not the move.
And I'm going to explain to you how to make a fortune off of this car with Turo and still drive it half the month later in the video. Question number 5. I texted the number and you didn't text me back. Listen, I get so many texts at that number. I do plan to remove your medical debt. I do plan to get you in the Navy Fed or the other credit union. I do plan to do whatever it was I promised you I would do. It's just I'm having a hard time getting back to you all. But sometime in the next month, I'm going to text back and call every single person who's texted me. So if you haven't yet and you want to talk to me, text that number. Everyone who's texted that number will get a call.
Oops, I crashed the Bentley. Now it's doing the stanky leg. But in cheat code number 10, I show you how I can get it fixed for free.
Question number
6.
If this is so easy, why doesn't everyone have a Bentley truck? 2 reasons. Reason number 1, it's not actually easy. It's just simple. It's very simple to get an 800 credit score. I've broken it down completely in YouTube videos, and I literally have an entire course dedicated to walking you through it. But to get an 800 credit score, you have to do boring every day / every month. You got to stay on top of your credit. You got to make sure you make all your payments. You got to continually get the right newer cards with higher limits in the right order to get that 800 credit score. It's not so hard. It's probably on the same difficulty level as your average high school special ed class, but everyone's too lazy to do it. That's the biggest reason everyone doesn't have a Bentley, because I could sit here, tell you exactly how to do the method, step by step by step, show you it working for me. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, everyone doesn't have a Bentley, and 90% of people still wouldn't do it, which is why I'm actually making my $300 course, the credit code, free. Keep watching.
Cheat code number
8.
Turo. This is probably the greatest hack of them all. You can drive this car half the time, not only pay off your car payment, but make at least triple the car payment. Turo is a cash machine. Every Bentley Bentayga in Los Angeles, for example, that has at least barely acceptable features, could pay off the $1,400 monthly payment in 4 days. You can rent it out 1 day and make $300 a month, or you can rent it out 10 days and use this car to pay your rent. And let's give you some more Turo hacks because I want you to see how well this really works. I learned these from my Turo mentor, Next Multiplier, who's rented over 50 cars on Turo in the luxury section. First, offer a 25% discount for 3+ days. What this does is it makes sure your car's not passing from hand to hand, getting worn out and ran through, you're staying pristine, low body count. Next, offer every single service you can. Turo Go. Drop off. Give it to them with a quarter tank of gas in it. Text them back right away and be super nice and fast. And a couple really nice things that I'm gonna save for the credit code. But the reason this works is there are some rich people out there, and there are enough rich people that if you just make your option the best option, you take the best photos, like I said, absolutely stunning. So you visually stand out. Then you stand out with all these services, it's going to be such a convenient option for them. They don't mind paying double or triple the price because they're rich. A dude who has $10 million doesn't care if he spends $500 today or $1,000 today. He's still gonna have multiple millions of dollars. But what he does care about is saving his time. So give him that and he'll gladly pay even more for your car that's already luxury. Question number
7.
I'm never buying the credit code, but I know it's a scam. How exactly does it work? Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. In every single course being sold, or college course, or even every single business, somebody's getting fucked. You guys just think it's you getting fucked, but no, it's the banks and credit companies getting fucked. The simple fact is, if everybody took the credit code and actually applied the information that's in it, which not everyone does, then these credit card companies would go out of business. These strategies work, but because they're a bit difficult to understand, even though I do my best to make it simple, and a bit tedious to execute, which you're just going to have to get over because it's worth it, free money, 90% of people aren't gonna do them, even if you tell them the strategies to their face. Let me give you examples of these strategies. We manufactured spend to get tons of credit card points. This means credit card companies give us points for spending tens of thousands of dollars, thinking we're gonna waste money and get caught up and pay interest. Instead, we buy the products, we return them under legal contract, and we take the free money the credit card companies give us. Another example, the average man has bad credit, so when he goes to get a car car loan, he's gonna pay $3,000 more on average than a credit card member who followed the rules and got an 800 credit score. Well, he has a 650. And he's gonna pay $30,000 more on average over the lifetime of his home loan than the credit card member who has an 800 plus credit score. Even basic viewers of my YouTube channel who actually listened to all the advice, watched all the videos, wrote it down and applied it, should have an 800 credit score. The credit system rewards people who master it like us and punishes people who don't. So that's the person who's getting screwed over, not you.
Cheat code number
9.
networking. Off of networking alone, this Bentley has been free. What do I mean? Simply by pulling up in a car like this, people will want to have conversations with you. Literally, even if you rented a Bentley like this, and in different areas, you can actually find some very cheap ones. If you pay for that cheap rental and pulled up to a car meet, you can make connections at that car meet that will be worth way more than the little $500 you spent to rent it. Direct example, my guy on TikTok, your boy Will, we were working on a funnel that could have potentially made at least 20 to 30,000 a month. I was talking to him about monetizing on TikTok. He was like, yeah, okay, cool. He has 5 million followers. He gets business requests all the time. How does he know whether to take one seriously? Well, he saw me in a Porsche, so he knew I knew how to make money. And he actually reached out to me multiple times in order to help get a deal going. The simple fact is, if you look like money, people will believe that you can A, get money, and number 2, help them get some. And as long as you're not a scammer and you actually have some sort of skill or value you can provide to society, then showing off material wealth in order to attract people who could genuinely benefit from your service isn't flashy or cocky. It's the smartest thing for you to do. But first, let me cover one of the biggest questions that's probably on your mind. What's in it for you? Why are you giving this away? You may not trust the credit code course because it's just some random guy on YouTube. But once you made a couple thousand off his methods, number 1, you can afford the course now. But number 2, you know the information fucking works. But besides it paying for itself with courses, I'm going to inspire so many young entrepreneurs off this. I started making content like 2 years ago. A lot of the kids who were broke hitting me up, asking me for advice are rich as fuck now. I already have rich friends in literally every city and I'm always trying to make more. When you have hella rich friends, you don't need money. Like even when I give one of y'all this Bentley truck, I can ask you to borrow it a couple times. It's gonna be like, damn, he did give me a Bentley truck. All right, fuck it, you can borrow it. I don't actually need the Bentley truck. That's the second way it's gonna pay for itself. Social connections that I'm going to build by doing something that no one else has the balls to do. And the number 3 way it's gonna pay for itself is legacy. Bigger than money, because money's fucking boring. I don't even like this shit. Don't even really like this shit like that. A lot of y'all have this false mindset that if you pull up in a nice enough car or you make this amount of money that you're gonna smash way more girls. It doesn't work like that. I'm hitting the same amount now that I was hitting before. Money gets really boring at a certain point. And once you're no longer entertained by money or material items, all you have left is what you have left is legacy. The impact I'm gonna have on the world will last far longer than my life. Question number
9.
How does a Bentley truck giveaway work? I'm going to tell you exactly how it works step by step in the end of the video, but right now I'll say you enter by earning money with the methods I talk about. Every $1,000 you make will be 1 entry. If you're scared right now saying, oh my God, I have to make $1,000 and it can't come from a job, understand that it is possible. Stop thinking that it's not possible. These people did it, all of them. They were all under 18. We're not even counting the adults on this one. So yes, it is possible, and I'm not giving the Bentley truck away until we collectively reach $1 million. If my nigga Cuddy Toes could run up 5 bands in a week, that means all we need is 20 people who could hustle as hard as him to make 100 bands a week. That means in 10 weeks, the Bentley truck is given away. And all the people who were too lazy to even try and make 1,000 are gonna see him drive past in the car they wish they could get. And if you thought I was gonna let you get off scot-free and not tell you how awesome this car is that you're not gonna get unless you grind hard for it, you're mistaken. We're also gonna talk about the beautiful, illustrious features of this Bentley. Feature number 1, this big boss status panoramic sunroof. You can see the entire sky through that. In fact, it's so big and long, pause, that I can't even think of enough words to fill up the segment of time that it takes to fully close the entire sunroof. Basically, the sunroof, big as hell, is like the Sistine Chapel.
Cheat code number
10.
This is the free section of the credit code. Yes, even though I'm adding more stuff to make up for this, what I'm going to say in this video, people have literally paid hundreds of dollars for. Sometimes they've even paid thousands because he felt like I made the product that good. Anyways, here it is, step by step by step. I'm gonna make this extremely simple. First way, Navy Fed will drop a 50 ball on you. Oh, and some people weren't able to get in Navy Federal. Some people texted me or emailed me asking to get into Navy Federal. I didn't know my content was gonna go this viral. I can't get you guys in anymore. But there's a second credit union that's just like Navy Federal that will give you almost exactly the same benefits, requires the exact same process. It's called, I'll save it for the credit code, psych! It's called DCU, I just told you right now. So if you can't get into Navy Federal, if you don't have military family members, it's cool. Just imagine I said DCU every time you hear me say Navy Federal. As of now, Navy Federal will give anyone with a pulse a $50,000 auto loan. Yes, even if you don't have a job, as long as you have stated income. Why? Because they're a credit union who wants to be extra nice to their members. But you have to, number one, become a member. And number two, set up a pledge loan. This shows them that you trust them with your money, which makes them more likely to trust you. And number three, schedule weekly deposits of at least $100 into that bank account. Once you do these three things, Navy Federal will trust you, give you a $50,000 loan, even though you don't deserve one, because they see you as a potential long-term customer. Navy Federal needs long-term customers to survive. Now, I gave you $50,000 of the Bentley truck. How do you make the other 30? You just work hard. You just work 2 minimum wage jobs and don't sleep for 5 months. 80 hours a week times a $15 minimum wage. That's $1,200 a week. Run that up for half a year and you'll afford your Bentley truck. Let's say you're lazy and you don't want to work and you want to take out extra debt. Cool. Navy Federal doesn't just give out fat auto loans to people who don't deserve them. They give out fat credit cards. But any new auto loan is gonna tank your credit report. You shouldn't apply for a credit card within a year after getting one. I explain why in the credit code. But if you don't wanna pay, just know, don't do it. Instead, get the credit card first. Do the same 6-month pledge loan weekly deposit process to build trust with the banks. Then apply for a $20,000 credit card. Wait 3 months. Yes, you're not gonna get a Bentley tomorrow. I'm sorry. You'll still get it though. Wait 3 months so it doesn't look like you're applying for credit card, auto loan here, credit card here, auto loan here. I'm a thirsty broke fucker who's gonna run off with the money. No, be chill about it. Wait, be patient. 3 months, apply for that $50,000 auto loan. You'll get it. That's $70,000, which can cover the cheapest Bentley trucks on the market. And yes, I'm sorry, your broke ass will still have to grind for 1 or 2 months. Come up with the next $5,000 to $8,000 to get you a semi-decent Bentley truck. Now that's 2 free sections of the credit code. The rest I gotta keep, but I'm technically making the credit code free in this video. How the free credit code system works is, before you had to pay $300 or $500 in order to enter the credit code. But I realized some people don't have that amount of money laying around. So instead I will give for free my course that guarantees you run up $1,000 in a week if you follow the process. It's on something called flipping and I'll release an entire YouTube video on it later. I already did a TikTok, but just know it's a business model that anyone can do. You can start from almost zero, and literally hundreds of children have made $1,000 plus with this method in a week. If you don't make it work, you're lazy and stupid. I know you're not though. I know you're gonna be that rich fucker pulling up next to me in the Bentley, and we're gonna have twin Bentleys together. So if you have $300 to $500, skip the line. If you don't, take that course, spend a week grinding. Please grind for a week. It's guaranteed to work. It works for everyone. Every time somebody says, RJack, put me on, RJack, how do I make money? I tell them, flipping course. And then you can run up that $1,000 and spend a small percentage of it on the credit code. And if you don't value my information and you feel like, me, you'll keep the $1,000 to yourself, cool. You still get entered in the giveaway. Your stingy ass can enter to win the Bentley just like everyone else. Because at the end of the day, my main goal is not to get your money or to get you to buy the credit code. It's to make as many of you guys as rich as possible.
Feature number 2, this absolutely insane interior. Material wise, number 1, look at this. It's real wood, beautiful. It looks like, you know, it was just cut off the most expensive tree. The leather is like super soft, all in the right places, and they have like the right, you know, 3D bumps going on. Feature number 3, also having to do with the interior. It's all wings. Look, see that turn signal stalk? Does that look like a normal turn signal stalk to you? No, that's the shape of a wing. Also, if you look at this kind of dash area, right? What is this shape right here, huh? It looks kind of like a wing, and you look over there. Like this is all, it's wings everywhere, bro. It's beautiful.
Cheat code number
11.
The warranty. Now look at the specific terms of your warranty and see if this is breaking the law. But specifically for Bentleys, a lot of the parts are shared with an Audi Q5, with an Audi Q7. So if anything happens to your Bentley, which it probably will, they have tons of issues, and you get a warranty like you should if you're not stupid, you're gonna be looking at $20,000 worth of repairs. But if you tell your mechanic, hey, just use the Audi part, or you just put the Audi part on yourself, the warranty is still gonna have to pay you Bentley prices for the Audi part A. And make sure this doesn't go against the terms of your warranty. But with specific consumer laws, I've heard multiple instances of people doing this and making racks.
So now the Bentley's fixed for you guys. So it's all safe, right? Maybe. Or maybe I'm going to blow it the up. I'll answer in question number 12.
Next, it has seat memory. So if you want to in the back of the Bentley, as I do somewhat often, you don't have to go and pull the whole seat forward and wait hella time. You just press that M1 button. I have it set to the M2, but it brings the front seats forward to the seat position, giving you maximum stroke space. Cheat code number
12.
We're in our early 20s. We can afford to lose the Bentley truck. Literally, I have a sick amount of money invested in this car, but I could get some dynamite with a fuse attached to it, get a lighter, light the end of that fuse, and blow this entire car up and still make another one in like 3 months. Because I know so many different ways to make money. Dog trading, you've seen me do a lot of these myself. And if I haven't done it myself, you've seen someone in the audience literally do it step by step. Yes, it's not the smartest thing to go make 100 bands and throw it all away, but you can time after time after time and still survive. Feature number 4. The fucking I put it in upside down. Anyways, the climate control in the rear seat is controlled by a screen. I took it out to show off. You know, we got the tablets for the climate control, baby. You like that? He was like, yeah, I like that. And she was start taking dick. It's like a removable screen and shit. You know, it's off now though, but you know what I mean. I think you can control other shit back here too. Yeah, you can control the music. You can look at vehicle data, I guess. I don't know why the fuck you would want it. Whoa, they got, yo, hell no. I didn't even know they had this shit, bro. This shit cool as fuck, bro. You can see the, nah, this is fire. I just discovered this shit. Pay attention, I'm gonna make it very simple. So there's 3 ways to enter to win the Bentley. You can A, have purchased the credit card before it was made free. I'm making it free now. You can B, make $1,000 with any of the methods that I share on my YouTube or TikTok or anywhere on the internet. Third one I'll talk about later, but it's mainly these 2. Now, after you make at least $1,000, number 1, you're already entered for the Bentley. Now you can choose to enter the credit code, which you fucking should. If I help you make $1,000, you know, pay a little $350 to fund the Bentley, and free credit courses for African children. Each purchase of a credit code course earns a free one for an African child, yes. But if you're that greedy, if you're that stingy and you don't want to buy the credit code and you will make thousands, that's still fine. You're still entered in the giveaway, but you do get double entries if you're in the credit code. Anyways, how exactly do these entries work? Because a lot of people have made a few thousand, and you guys obviously know some of the people I talk to who are members of my audience made like 600,000 last month. So it would be kind of unfair to include them. So for that reason, we're adding a bonus for every year that you are under the age of 18. We're also adding a bonus for every year that you are over the age of 60. It's harder when you're younger and it's harder when you're older. On top of this, if you come from a kind of poor background, we're adding a bonus. If you come from a very poor background, we're adding a bonus. And while the Bentley will be given away according to these rules, it will technically be given away at my discretion. Meaning, even if you are 14 years old and you did make $600,000 off of these challenges, it's like, you don't need the free Bentley truck, so don't try and get it. Like, we want it to be someone who really tried their hardest to earn these racks and overcame a lot of obstacles in order to do it. Not someone who went hard and won so hard that they don't even need the Bentley truck, but they just want to take it on some mean. That's not who we're giving it away to. Lastly, when exactly will this be given away? Well, that gets into how we will track this progress. The catch to this whole challenge, yes, there's a big ass catch. You have to post yourself making the racks, meaning if you're doing the door-to-door sales method, you have to make TikToks every day, not literally every day, but you have to make TikToks pretty often about how you're doing it, and then do a hashtag RJack Bentley challenge so we can keep track of them and so we can inspire others on social media. Yes, they're going to be your competition, but if you're great, you shouldn't be worried about them. Now, when is the Bentley being given away? Well, because we're tracking everybody and we're seeing each 1,000 that everyone's making, and also you do have to do a post at each 1,000. Even if you make 20,000 a day, you have to do 20 posts that day. Once the total thousands added into the spreadsheet total $1 million, I'll give the Bentley truck away. To be honest, we could hit this shit in a month if you guys go hard enough. If you want to be lazy, we might not give it away till August. But yes, that's how the RJack Bentley challenge works. And then lastly, the third way to enter is, as I told you, hit not interested on every single video on your YouTube homepage that's not RJack's videos. And on top of watching all of RJack's videos, don't watch any other videos that aren't RJack's. And eventually your YouTube homepage for the first 10 items or whatever will just be RJack videos. Why am I telling you to do this? Not because it will make my channel bigger, because it will literally help your life. You don't need to be watching any content except content that is going to push you to make more money. Once you're rich, sure, you can watch the sports, you can watch the hood twerking booty content that you like to watch, but for now you need to be focused. So make your YouTube home screen reflect that focus, and once your first 10 videos on your YouTube homepage all say RJack, you will get your free entry and you won't even have to try and work hard to make money. Feature number 5. It's so quiet in here. Let me turn the air off, and I don't even think you can hear the engine running. Maybe you can, but probably not. You can't feel the engine running either. Like, you could put your hand on the dashboard, it's like nothing. Even driving down the road, not only does it float over bumps in the road, but just driving down the road in general, it is so smooth and quiet. You could literally fall asleep driving this car, and I have multiple times.
Question number
12.
It's actually a question from me to you.
What are you waiting for? Look at me. This Bentley is already yours, but it is not going to drive itself to your house and be waiting for you tomorrow morning. You have to earn it. Like I said, each 1,000 you make with one of my methods counts as one entry to win the Bentley. All these people made thousands and are entered to win. Have you? It's waiting for you. It's excited to meet you. Its seats are perfectly crafted to fit the crack of your ass. You were born to drive a car like this, but you will never have it if you don't grind for it. And I know you will, because you're a hustler. You're an entrepreneur. You're a grinder who will not quit until you're filthy rich. Let me tell you something. This world is designed to eat up and kill broke people. Rich people live longer, have lower rates of divorce and suicide. All humans die. Me, you, or anybody could get in a car accident tomorrow and it's over. But in a Bentley, at least your last thoughts will be how comfortable the seats are, how the interior is so insulated that you can't even hear the poor people you're driving by, how the suspension is so smooth you can't even feel the homeless people you're running over, and you're actually less likely to die because expensive cars have great safety features. But if after showing you all these methods, after doing them in front of you myself and showing you other people doing them, if you still won't accept that it's possible to get rich quick, if you work very hard, then you can swipe away and go get a fucking job, because that's where you belong. You don't deserve to be rich young if you don't have the balls to believe you can, but I know you do. But if you don't, before you sign up on Indeed, I want you to remember that someone else is gonna take action on these methods. They may win this Bentley, they may not, but they'll continue to make thousands. And when you pull up next to them in your cheap car that's good on gas, and they're in a Ferrari, and he's next to a virgin model who doesn't go to parties, and you're next to a mid-thought who's giving him the I wanna eyes. In fact, he probably did, because me and my rich, tall, handsome credit code members are compiling a list of people we saw who watched the videos but didn't take action. And we usually don't hit mid like non-action takers, but we'll make an exception just to punish the individuals who are determined to be failures. Let's up, future millionaire. Are you behind on your rent? Good. Pick a method and go. Does your girlfriend think you're a loser? Good. Pick a method and go. Maybe your girl ghosted you. Great. Pick a method and go. You can't stop the fact that she's probably getting piped right now, but you can make yourself so rich that you will never have to go through that again. I want you to deal with your problems by getting rich. All you have to do is take one of the many methods that I have so entertainingly broken down and simplified and take action. Don't ask me to put you on. I already did. Take action and I will make you richer than Bill Gates, Bezos, Warren Buffett. You can be richer than them. You're ferocious. You're relentless. You're a financial warlord. Now go earn this Bentley. I can't wait to hand you the keys.